Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I'm Casey and we're here outside Old Trafford in what can be known as a Haley morning in the middle of spring. But we're going to get through the news, we're going to get inside, we're going to get warm as usual. So make sure, grab a drink, grab a coffee, juice, whatever you do in the morning, and let's quickly run through all the news, which includes some comments from the board on transfers and potential contract situations, and two potential signings that have been reported in the news this week. So stay tuned for all that. But we're going to begin with a Borussia Dortmund player, because what is a transfer update without Borussia Dortmund? We seem intertwined like star-crossed lovers at this point with the German club. But Jadon Sancho update. Basically, he's apparently one of our top targets this summer. The board are going to back Solskjaer with the money to sign him, and it looks like we're going to try and get him for a little bit less than they were asking for last summer, and that was because, as we've said previously in the news, Dortmund have been asking, need the money to pay off some financial debts, and they need to try and make some money up. So Sancho might be available because of that, and also because he's going to be in the last year of his contract. So we have to stay focused on that. Ed Woodward's also come out and they've talked about the new contract, or there's been rumours about the new contract for Solskjaer. Some pundits have been saying it's a very stupid time to make the new contract. A manager's just going to give up trying once he gets a new contract. This isn't like Alan Pardew's Newcastle sort of situation. I think he's still going to try, because the fact is, a new contract at a big club like United doesn't particularly mean anything, because if you don't get the results, it can still mean that next year you're out the door. But I feel like they're happy with Solskjaer's progression. A lot of fans, including myself, are happy with Solskjaer's progression. We're second in the league. We'd look to be doing well in the Europa League. Obviously, the exit from the FA Cup was not the best, but Leicester are a very good side, and it just seemed like on the day they wanted it more, which is fair enough. They played quite well. But we'll have to look for a bit. It's not been announced yet, but we're hopefully going to see that soon. And finally, John Murtaugh. I mean, like I just said, Sancho, Solskjaer, John Murtaugh. It's a Bears beats and Battlestar Galactica situation as Callum behind the camera loses more and more control of the umbrella. John Murtaugh, Ed Woodward is happy with the appointment. He thinks it allows him to take a back seat in terms of recruitment, which a lot of United fans have been hoping he can do, because as I've always said, a man who can actually convince someone that being the noodle sponsor of Manchester United has a good business mind, maybe not the best football in mind, but it allows him to take a back seat. John Murtaugh obviously overseen some of the good youth transfers we've seen recently, some of the transfers we've seen in the past that have been good. Also some duds, but I feel like the likes of Morgan Schneidlin and Angel Di Maria at the time were seen as good transfers because they were good before they came to United, and that was a problematic situation with the club not mixing. But what's interesting, we'll have to see with that. One of the potential signings that we could be talking about, and in a link of it's another Bundesliga winger, is the likes of Musa Diavi from Bayer Leverkusen, 21-year-old French winger. I think he's linked up with the French under-21s at the moment. So far, he's had, in the Europa League this season, in 5 games, he's got 4 goals, 3 assists, and he's also got 7 assists in the Bundesliga. My main issue with this report is, obviously, it's reported for a good price, around 30 million. He's a very well-received talent. Bayer Leverkusen have fallen off recently and have just recently sacked their manager, so he might be looking to make a move. As I said, only problem, he's left-sided, which is always just a big issue of why would we get another left-sided player? Marcus Rashford seems to have made the role his own. Anthony Martial can play on the left-hand side. Dan James is more left-sided suited. He's not the sort of player we should be looking at. He's not really the player that plays on the right-hand side. So really, is he the signing that we should be looking at? It's obviously been reported in a couple of outlets. I don't think it's going to be the case. I think Musa Diaby isn't really the winger we're going to be looking for this season. As I said, we're probably going to be looking for more on the right-hand side. Another transfer rumour that has come out due to reports this morning, or just around about this time, has been the likes of Marcus Llorente. Now, he's been linked with Manchester United before. Earlier on, I think it was for a lower price, it was earlier on in his career. It was when he wasn't really getting played for Atletico Madrid. But this season, he seems to have taken on a whole new role for the side and completely slotted in for probably a misfiring Sol Niguez. Now, he's played in the midfield, he's played in central midfield, he's played in attacking midfield, he's played on the right, and he's played in the striker position even at one point. And most English fans will probably be recognisable of the name of when he came on against Liverpool after being touted as a CDM in the striking role and scored 2 goals to knock him out of the Champions League. So really, he's already got a good pedigree for United. He's apparently available for 68.5 million. As I said, he's got 10 goals and 9 assists this season. He's very well-rounded. He's a lot like Saúl Ñíguez has been touted in the past. He's good at tackling, he's good at passing, he's good at progressing the ball, he's good at shooting, go on so forth and so on. Probably the only thing he's not very good at is he's not the best in the air. I'd like to see the signing. 70 million seems a bit steep, but if he solves the midfield problem and he's like an upgrade on the excellent passer that is Fred, he says with a sarcastic smile on his face. But if he's an upgrade on Fred, I could see him doing very well at United in terms of his defensive and offensive output. He'd be very good around the pitch. But I don't know if Atletico will want to sell him. It's going to be a steep price. Atletico don't seem to sell for under their buyout clauses, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. There's been loads of other reports. We've obviously talked about, on the transfer news last night, we talked about Haaland, we talked about a multitude of other transfers, Varane as well. But we're going to have more news on that as it comes to it. But that is everything for this morning on this news outside Old Trafford. We're going to get inside because it's really cold and it's very wet. But thanks for watching. I've been Casey, and we'll see you next time.